Thank you, Sean. Thank you for everyone at Icon Coaching.
Simon, congratulations, man. You know what that is?
That's winning.
It's winning, baby. I love it when you're winning. That's fantastic.
I got 2 under contract, so that's like 2.8 million in 2 weeks.
You've got to take control of your production to make sure that you're making more money, your bank account balance is rising, that your net worth is increasing, and that's what we want to see happen.
So that they can save the listing.
Which I'm really, really thankful for, Sean. Thank you.
See everyone coming on board. Welcome to Icon Coaching's webinar.
Hey, welcome everybody. I'm on the road today. I'm in Dallas, Texas, and you showed up today to learn how to generate leads free of charge. I also want to I'm going to share the top 10 opportunities for you that exist in the marketplace today. I want you to tune in. I want you to lean in. I want you to pay attention and take great notes today. I'm going to outline again the top 10. Now, gang, we coach all kinds of agents all over the world, and we study this industry every single day. I've been a student of this industry now for 33 years. I'm never going to recommend a platform to you that I don't have at least one client who's crushing it with that platform. So again, we're going to go through the top 10 free online lead generation sources. Now, with all of these sources, you don't pay any money up front. You simply register with the provider. And what they do is they do all the marketing on their own dime, hand you the lead, and you're going to pay them a referral fee. So zero marketing expense, zero capital risk. Is just do you feel comfortable paying the referral fee? And sometimes you guys, 60, 70% of a loaf of bread is better than no bread at all. I think you might agree with me. So while I think it's important that you have your lead generation model in place to where you can generate leads free of charge, I'm talking about your sphere of influence. Maybe you're calling FSBOs expired listings, which, by the way, if FSBOs and expired listings and circle prospecting is something you truly want to implement and deploy within your current strategy, or if you want to plus what you're already doing in that arena, I would strongly encourage you guys to investigate what Rob Daniel is doing. He's the CEO of Icon Coaching. Yet investigate what he's doing with Listing Machine. Guys, I would be shocked, and I mean shocked, if you didn't engage with Rob and take at least 2 listings every single month. At least 2 listings. Heck, Rob would list 9 expired listings month by month like clockwork, using the scripts, the dialogues, the what to say, the how to say it. He's going to teach you exactly how to do that. And hear this, it's generally like $200 per month to engage with Rob. Yet we know that the market is tough right now, gang. The struggle is real. Quite frankly, 71% of agents have not closed a single transaction over the last 12 months. It's tough right now, and we want to help. We want to be that trusted resource for you. So we're cutting out all the fat. We are just reducing the price to help each and every one of you. And with Rob's program, again, it's usually $200 per month. I think Rob knocked it down to $99 per month. And again, if you don't take 2 listings a month, leveraging Rob's strategy that you're going to understand from the inside out, you're going to know it frontward and backward. And when you apply that, taking 2 listings a month, gang, if your average gross commission income per transaction is 10 grand, you're doing 2 extra deals a month. That's almost $250,000. And your investment is $99 a month, which, by the way, is going to improve your knowledge and your skills. It'll impact your mindset, and Rob will help you with the habits required of you to achieve the extraordinary success that you and your family are after. There's no doubt about that. And I think that's important, the habit aspect, because FM Alexander said that people don't decide their future, gang. They decide their habits, and their habits decide their future. So what habits are you consciously forming right now? Are they positive? Are they negative? Yet what I want you to do is bring conscious awareness to an action that you could bring to the point of automaticity, to the point of habit formation, to where it's part of your self-image, your personal paradigm. This is who you are. This is what you do. And guess what? Your production is increasing month after month after month. Again, I'm traveling today. Forget the background noise if there is any yet. I'm going to share my screen here in just a moment. And I'm going to share again with you the top 10 free online resources. Here we go for lead generation. Then we're going to shift gears quickly, almost abruptly, and we're going to get into lead conversion. I'm going to quickly take you through my 7-step formula for lead conversion conversation. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to post to the chat my 7-step formula that when you master this, guys, I've taken the best of the best in this industry and increased their lead conversion by over 400% when they attach this 7-step formula to their conversion strategy. So again, I'm going to share it at the end of the webinar. Don't go anywhere. But before we dive into the free online resources, I want to hear from you guys real quick. Just type into the chat as fast as you can. Where are you located at right now, currently? Where are you at physically? Go ahead and type it in the chat. Let's see who's the fastest here. Right on. Montana, Michigan, Missouri. All right. Honolulu, aloha. Fantastic, you guys. Danville, Indiana. All right. Columbus, Ohio. Beautiful. I want to get up there and go to Put-in Bay. I've heard some fun things about that. Me and my family are water people. Just love lakes and everything about it. Right on. Las Vegas. San Diego, California. We have a place out there in San Diego and Mission Beach. We're out there probably 3-4 months a year. In fact, we're getting ready to go out there in a couple of weeks. So look me up. Seriously, drop me a text, drop me an email, and I would love to get together for a cup of coffee or something like that. So if you happen to be in San Diego, hey, by the way, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that we've got our Sales Surge live presentation. It's a conference. It's a real estate sales conference where we're talking through AI strategy that you can implement and deploy right now in your business to improve your traction, improve your content creation, improve your credibility, and improve your income and bank account balance. So we're doing AI. We're marrying that to social media. So you can create at least one post per day, have it scheduled out for 30 days, and you'll accomplish that on all 4 major channels inside of 10 minutes, leveraging our platform. Then beyond that, I'm going to show you again how to convert leads at a very high level, how to get an agency contract signed every single time, whether it's a buyer presentation or a listing presentation. And of course, we're going to talk through the business planning methodology. Oh, and then we're going to show you how to ring it out by adding some simple line extensions that are parallel to real estate sales to where you can make more money per transaction. And I'm talking a lot more money per transaction. So do yourself and your career a favor. I want you to go to iconcoaching.com if you happen to be in the Texas area, or if you don't mind flying in. Yet go to iconcoaching.com, go to the events tab, go to Sales Surge Live, and I want you to register for that. Do it right away. It's free and it's live. I get you for 4 hours to just pour into you and give you some strategy and tactic to help you double your income this year over last year. That's what I'm excited about. So without any further delay, let's dive in. I've only got you for another 22 minutes, so we're going to be on purpose. Free online lead sources. Really, they exist. No doubt about that. I'm just going to give them to you rapid fire. So get your pens out. Here we go. Before we do that, I forgot I was going to put in this model toward mastery. I think it's important to bring some context to our conversation. So very quickly, just remember at the base of this pyramid, in fact, here's what it's ultimately going to look like. If you want to draw it out and write in those words there, at the base of the pyramid, gang, it's your foundation. Now, with the right foundation, you can build your business as big as you want to build it. Yet sadly, a lot of agents, they don't invest any time in strengthening, deepening, widening, adding rebar to their foundation, and they start building their business. It's like building a house of cards that the first breeze that comes up, it's going to tumble. I don't want to see that happen. So what makes up the strength and depth of your foundation? It's 4 categories. You see them typed out there on your screen. It's knowledge. So you got to know what to do. You got to know what to say. Then it's your skills. You got to know how to do it and how to say it. That'll immediately impact the 3rd category. That's your mindset. And of course, it's your habits at the end of the day. In fact, researchers estimate that we're only acting outside of habit just 3% of the time, meaning 97% of the time, it's like we're on autopilot, man. Something happens, we have a reaction, we get a result. Now, the next time that something happens, what do? We have the same reaction, we get the same result. So again, if we do what we've always done, we're going to get what we always got. And in order to get to better, we must get to different. So again, as you dive into this business, I want you to focus on foundation daily, improving your knowledge and your skills. I love what Lincoln said so many years ago. He said, I don't think much of a person who isn't a better person today than they were yesterday. Now, of course, the pipeline phase is everything that you're doing proactively and reactively to identify and earn the business, the buyer and seller prospects and investors in the marketplace today. Now, this takes tenacity. This also takes improving your skill around lead conversion. What do you say? How do you say it? How do you get the result that you want more often than not? And with tenacity, you break through to this position of momentum. It's a great place to be. Yet most agents, they get to this position of momentum. They think they've arrived. They're focusing on the contract to close process. They're dealing with inspection companies, contractors, mortgage company issues, title issues. And they get sucked down, sadly, into the busyness of this business. Now, gang, it's not about busyness. It's about getting business. So those of you that are smart, you're giving more of your time in fact, an inordinate amount of your time to just 5 things. Now, this is 20% work versus 80% work. Now, I'm talking about Pareto's principle just very quickly. How it applies to you in real estate sales is that 20% of your actions are going to yield a minimum of 80% of your results. And yet there's just 5 things that will actually increase your bank account balance in real estate. I want you to write them down just real quick. It's 5 things. Practice. Practice. Now you've heard other trainers and coaches tell you to practice, and you're thinking, what? I'm a grown-up, man. I don't need to practice. I know how to speak. I understand the English language. Yet, here's the thing. You've had that appointment where everything that came out of your mouth was just so sweet, man. It was perfect. And sadly, you finish that meeting, you're feeling kind of smug, let's agree, yet there's this little voice in the back of your head saying, that was great, yet can you do it again next time? And of course, we've had that presentation where everything that came out of our mouth, it was just clunky. You didn't know what to say when they objected. You felt uncomfortable. They felt uncomfortable. You left that appointment without a signed agency contract, and you're beating yourself up. You know, MIC takes a hold of your mindset. MIC is an acronym. It stands for My Inner Cynic, and we've all got a MIC. MIC can beat you up. MIC can tear you down. MIC can get you to do things or not do things. Even more important, not do things. MIC says things like, don't call that prospect again today. You just tried them yesterday and they didn't call you back. They're ghosting you. Don't waste your time. You're bothering them. My input to you is don't be so damn judgmental. Hear me on this, okay? Shouldn't it be up to them whether or not you're bothering them? Of course it should. So get out of judgment and get into curiosity, right? And by the way, fear is not the same as danger, gang. I'll say it again. Fear is not the same as danger. When is the last time you heard of a realtor getting beat up or shot because they called a for sale by owner, an expired listing? Gang, it doesn't happen. And yet we build it up in our mind that it's just so terrible and it's going to hurt so bad. And we push away from that pain, don't we? And we end up not making the call. And then maybe you wake up, you got a little higher willpower battery that day, and you decide, okay, I'll go ahead and try that prospect again just to find out that they just signed up with another agent instead of you. Ouch. Guys, I want you to avoid that gut-wrenching, that sickening feeling that we all get when we're pushed away, when we're rejected, when we're doing everything we can to earn their business. And they say, no, I've already made a different choice. Ouch. Yet, here's the point I want to make quickly, is that when you get to momentum, and to me, that's 3, 5, 10 pending contracts, you know you're in momentum because there's this pervasive pull to the 80% work, right? To deal with the needs of the buyers, the urgent matters of the sellers and things like that. And yes, those are important tasks. So please don't misunderstand me. They must be done. They're highly important, yet the distinction is that they're not going to increase your bank account balance. They're not going to increase your net worth, and they're definitely not going to increase your ability to ultimately retire from real estate sales. So my point is, let's leverage off the 80% stuff. I mean, this is ordering photography for your new listing, or the stager, or uploading the data to MLS to launch your listing. These are all things, yes, they're highly important. I don't want to discount the importance. What I do want to do is say that while it's important, it's not going to make you any darn money, okay? I want you to make as much money as you choose to make. See, the definition of success, according to Webster's, it's getting what you want, not what I think you should want or somebody else thinks you should want. And by the way, I don't care if you want to close 2 transactions a year, 20, 200, 2,000 transactions a year, as long as you're getting what you want. Guys, you're a massive success to me. I just want to help you get what you want in less time. I want to make it smooth. I want to help you shortcut the path to your success. I mean, the bottom line is you'll eventually get there. You'll get there like I did, and many others that I know that are now coaches and trainers and consultants. They got there through brain damage, just like I did. Can I save you some brain damage? Can I shortcut the process for you to accomplish your goals and improve your traction and your income? That's what I'm asking for. And if there were an application I could complete and email to you right now, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Yet, when we get to momentum, here's the key. In absence of leverage, what's going to happen is you get sucked down in the 80% stuff, right? You tend to ignore the pipeline phase of your business. So while you jump up to momentum 1 month and all those deals are pending to close that month, well, once you close them, what happens? Well, you find yourself right back at pipeline. So 1 month is amazing and the next month is terrible. 1 month you're thinking, I love everything about real estate. I'm just so excited about real estate. Love real estate. You're talking real estate with anybody and everybody who will listen. In the next month, because you stopped your lead generation during that time of momentum and you stopped your lead conversion efforts, or you slowed them way, way down. Let's just be honest with ourselves. They slowed it down. You weren't doing it as aggressively as you had to get yourself to that level. So you slowed down. And what happens? You fall back to pipeline. The next month is terrible. You're thinking, I hate real estate. I want to get out of this business. Maybe I should go get a quote unquote real job. You start looking at jobs on ZipRecruiter or WiseHire, or what's the other one? You know, the other one. I don't want you to go there. I want you to focus on your career, and I want you to invest your time wisely. And when you do, you get to momentum. Yet once you get to momentum, here's the key, gang. You must get to leverage as quickly as possible. 4 categories: models, systems, technology, and people. Now, when you've got leverage, you're going to soar. When you don't have leverage, well, you're going to struggle. No doubt about that. The goal, the ultimate goal, is mastery. In all things in life, the goal is mastery. Yet when you say yes to one thing, you say no to everything else. We get that, right? Malcolm Gladwell tells us it takes 10,000 hours, gang, to master anything. So maybe you don't have that kind of time. Maybe you don't choose to invest that type of time. That's okay, because I believe in the who, not you concept. Who can do that with you? Who can do that for you? See, if you think of a task that you don't love doing, yet you can do it short term, you can train somebody to do it. That's fantastic. Your job is to create and cast a vision, articulate the why behind the accomplishment of the vision. And step 3 is simply to create a mutually beneficial compensation model that forces the individual to act like an owner. And by the way, when they act like an owner over their respective department, leverage is the one thing that's going to set you free. Okay. Leverage is the only thing that will enable you to break through any natural ceiling of achievement that you're currently facing. I talk to agents that are stuck between 20 and 40 transactions year after year. They're just stuck. They don't know how to get beyond it, yet they desire to get beyond it. And if that's you, all you're doing, you're breaking against a natural ceiling of achievement. You're beginning to experience diminishing returns at the same time. You know, one of my clients, Chris Craddock, who, by the way, this year will close about 800 transactions, he and his team. He earlier in his career, he was closing out around 200 transactions per year. And he said, man, I'm going to double down. We're going to do 400 this year. He said, I'm working harder. I'm putting in 10, 12 hours a day, working my tail off. We get to the end of the year and he increased total sales volume by about, I think it was like 2 million is all he increased it by. Working harder, not smarter. Then it's a matter of working smarter, not harder. I can show you exactly how to do that, guys. Yet it does require leverage, okay? You can't be all things to all people. Sometimes you have to give up in order to go up. When I think of that statement, I think of one of my clients on the Pacific Northwest area. He loves photography. I mean, just loves it. No joke, he probably has $200,000 worth of camera equipment. He loves taking pictures of his listings. In fact, he'll spend a whole day making sure he gets all the pictures just right. He owns his own Matterport camera. He does the virtual tour. He does the stitching. He does everything. He loves it, just fascinated by it. It's a hobby. Now, here's the challenge. He loves doing all the photography on all of his listings, and he wants to take 100 listings this year. Guys, it's just physically impossible. He can't do it. So you got to give up sometimes in order to go up, to leverage that aspect up. And by the way, if that's you and you love photography and you love taking pictures of your listings, why don't you take pictures of things that maybe somebody would want to look at in 10 or 12 or 20 years, right? Why not invest your time in your business, make enough money to maybe fly to, I don't know, where do you want to go? Fiji, maybe the Vatican. Sistine Chapel is gorgeous. I'd love to see pictures of that instead. I hope it makes sense. I want you guys to think, okay, which phase am I in currently? And what are you willing to commit to this week to get even just a baby step closer to the next phase of the model? You know, for many of you, it's just a commitment, a full-on commitment to 10 live conversations a day. I would encourage you to make at least 5 of those conversations last in duration beyond 2 minutes. And if you can do that, 10 live conversations a day, 5 of them last longer than 2 minutes, in 90 days, you'll look back and you say, geez, I'm crushing it right now. You will undoubtedly be in momentum and expanding into leverage. I want to help you get there. All right, here we go. For our first one, our first platform that we're going to analyze today, and we're going to do it quickly. Again, no upfront costs, listing lead generation, buyer lead generation. It's all provided. What you do is you pay on the back end. All right, so I'm going to go to the obvious ones. First and foremost, OpCity. We all know about OpCity. We've heard about it, right? So leads are distributed in real time to agents. In fact, they'll do direct connects or they'll text you, email you when a lead comes in. All you have to do is simply go to their site and make application to become an approved agent. You'll outline the zip codes that you'd like leads for, and they love that because here's the bottom line. They get paid when you get paid. It is results driven. However, it's pretty hefty. It's 30 to 35% referral fee, and UpCity is, if you choose to, you can request seller leads only or buyer leads only. I would strongly encourage you. Now, the thing with UpCity, high lead volume, yet it is about instant response. The individuals that I coach with that are approved through UpCity and they're getting leads, some are struggling with those leads. Why? Because it's speed to lead. They don't have the models, the systems in place yet to deliver an instant response. And therefore, their conversion rates are suffering, generally below 1%. Yet those that are instantly responding, they built the models, the systems to deliver that instant response. If it's not a live person, it's AI, but they're getting an instant touch the moment that they complete a web form, submit for information on a listing, instantly they're being contacted. I think that's critically important. And when you do that, your conversion will increase to up over 4% with your UpCity leads, no doubt. Okay, next one I want to talk about, again, a very obvious one. Many of you have heard about HomeLight. You've seen the television commercials, and heck, the first time I saw it, I was intrigued, man. I mean, this goes back almost a decade, but I saw their first ad, and man, I had to register immediately, and I just fell in love with what HomeLight's doing. Now, again, they're going to vet you pretty aggressively. They're going to track the lead flow that they provide to you, and provided you're above the threshold in terms of conversion rates, you're going to continue getting leads through HomeLight. However, they are very finicky, and if you are not converting at above a 1% conversion rate, gang, they're going to shut you off, and they're going to go with a different agent who is demonstrating their ability to convert. Referral fees between 25 and 35% through HomeLight. Strong influence on seller lead generation. You know, they're just, they get it from a marketing perspective. See, in marketing, gang, we can't give them what they need. They need all kinds of things. We can't tell them they need a realtor. We can't tell them they need a home stager or a professional photographer. Can't tell them you need a landscaper or a roofer or to do a pre-listing inspection. When we're doing marketing, let's leave out the things they need and let's truly focus in on what they want. And what HomeLight is doing so brilliantly is they recognize what every homeowner wants that does not have a close real estate agent relationship, is that when they first start thinking about selling their house, they want to know, what is my house going to fetch realistically in today's market? So HomeLight has all the systems. They have direct access through IDX to your MLS. They'll pull the comps for this individual seller. They will give them all the data that they're requesting. Their ISA team will contact that lead. They will warm that lead up and they will hand it off to you. And again, all you have to do is pay a 25 to 30%, 35% referral fee. So next, I got to get through these quickly. I'm running short on time. So here we go. Fast Expert, great platform, you guys. Again, it's all online. It is all social and Google lead generation. So connects clients with pre-screened agents. So again, they're going to vet you based on your performance as well as your reviews. So yet another reason that you need to get really aggressive with your past clients, your current prospects, to make sure that they're getting online. They're giving you some reviews on Yelp, on Google, on Zillow, and so on and so forth. Now, this is a flat fee of 25%, so a little less expensive. What you're going to find with Fast Expert is a larger volume of leads, yet the quality of lead is less aggressive, okay? They do require a little bit more nurturing through this process. So again, free to join, referral on closed deals only. Next, Effective Agent. And by the way, you can just Google search each one of these companies. You'll very instantly be able to get in touch with them. I do not have an affiliate relationship with them. You don't have to worry about me positioning them so that I get paid. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I just want to bring some of these lesser known free online resources to light. Effective Agent being one of them. So matches clients with agents based on data and performance analytics. So based on the habits of the prospect online, they're able to, through big data analysis, they're able to determine who is most likely to list or buy or invest based on their interactions on other websites. So they've got a rating system and a score. And as soon as that prospect goes above that minimum threshold of a lead quality, well, then their ISC team is going to contact them and they're going to send it to you for a 25 to 35% referral fee. So the lead is generated, the lead is qualified, handed off to you. And again, zero marketing expense, zero capital risk, yet you're giving up 25 to 35% of the GCI. So high value leads with longer conversion cycles. Again, quality of lead, they're not immediate, yet I'd say that the average effective agent lead should convert within about a 9-month period. Some will extend beyond 18 months. Of course, that's normal with any platform. Next is UpNest. How many of you guys use an UpNest? By the way, if you're using any of these platforms and you want to add value to our audience here, just share your experience. Good, bad, ugly, it doesn't matter. This is all about transparency. This is all about openness so that we can all learn from each other. And by the way, all of us are smarter than one of us, no doubt about it. So check out UpNest. They'll charge you a 30% referral fee. Lead quality varies, again, better suited for experienced agents. Okay, you got to get through the dirt to find the gold, right? And remember, it's the prospector who has developed the models and systems, the technology and people to sift through that dirt more aggressively than other agents to find those veins of gold, then to mine that gold and increase your bank account balance. So this is a good one. This is Agent Pronto. Many of you guys are familiar with Agent Pronto. Again, if you're using it and you've gotten some good quality leads, or maybe you've gotten a ton of leads, but they're all terrible, go ahead and put it in the chat. Let others learn through your experience. Now, Agent Pronto is going to charge 25% referral fee. Works in both US and Canada. So for my Canadian friends, definitely check out Agent Pronto if you haven't already. Next one up is Zillow Flex. I'm sure you're waiting for that one to come. Agents pay only when a transaction closes. However, it's a 35 to now 40% referral fee. Many of you are on Zillow Flex and you're paying that exorbitant 40% referral fee. Yet you have to be approved. In fact, they're going to seek you out as a top producing agent and they're going to just offer and award Zillow Flex to you. You can apply online to become a Zillow Flex approved agent, yet they're pretty picky. And if you can get that approval, I say grab it. Don't make it your only lead generation source. Yet when the other lead generation activity is not spinning off what you need, it wouldn't hurt to grab some of these other leads. Even if you're paying a 40% referral fee, you can make it up in volume. Next up, we got Estately. So buyer and seller leads routed through their app, their website. Okay, so they're doing an incredible amount of cash outlay in Meta ads, Google ads to generate those leads. Then again, they're going to qualify them. They're going to ship it over to you for a 25% referral fee. Once that lead is contacted, you're going to report back to them. They send you a blanket generic referral fee outlining the buyer or seller. If it's a listing, the property address. You sign it, your managing broker signs it. It's part of your commission disbursement agreement. So you never actually see the money. It goes directly to them. And yeah, you're closing more and more deals. Okay, so Estately, I put in here, less well-known, but operates in most major markets, okay? Next, Rocket Homes. I've spoken to probably 5 or 6 agents so far this week that are on fire about Rocket Homes, okay? It's all part of Rocket Mortgage's system, and I'm certain that you're familiar with the marketing strategy of Rocket Mortgage. Guys, they're generating hundreds of thousands of leads nationally every single month, and they're looking to monetize these leads in a more effective way, in a results-driven way. Yet again, pretty pricey, 35% of the GCI. So again, they're gonna want to control the mortgage. Yet because they want to control the mortgage, every buyer they send to you is already pre-approved, probably desktop underwritten approval in place. All they need is an appraisal they can close. All right, next, referral exchange. So agents receive the referrals based on availability and the agent's performance. So I'll tell you what, if they send you 100 leads over a course of 3 or 4 months and you haven't converted a single one, just expect them to shut that spigot off, okay? Again, referral fee is that 25 to 35% range. They do offer their concierge follow-up conversion process, that nurturing service where they're hitting them by land, by air, by sea. They're doing direct mail. They're hitting them up on direct messages through social channels, depending on how that prospect engaged with them. They're doing text message marketing. They're doing social media retargeting as well, so that once they've clicked on a referral exchange ad, they're going to see that at every website they go to. They're going to see it in their newsfeed consistently, guys. So again, foundation, knowledge, skills, mindset, and habits. If nothing else today, maybe you heard about 2 or 3 or 5 different free online lead sources that you've never investigated before. I encourage you to time block the time to demo their platforms. It's free. I mean, what have you got to lose? You don't have to say yes to the lead. Yet again, I'll caution you, if you say no to too many leads in a row, they will shut you off. So there's a balancing act that has to be played there, okay? So remember, foundation is your knowledge, skills, mindset, and habits. Pipeline phase. What I'm trying to do here is show you 3 ways to fill that pipeline. So you're not necessarily focused on proactive outbound lead generation. You're focused more on lead conversion, where your prospects, your pipeline has already raised their hand, said, hey, we're interested in buying, selling, maybe investing in real estate. And of course, we want to help you get to momentum. We can do that through multiple different modalities, guys. We've got our accelerated breakthrough program. It's a one-time investment, $347. Yet at checkout, if you use the promo code IconAgent, it's going to knock $50 off for you, bring it down to $297. Gang, that's for 16 weeks of coaching and training live with me, 1 hour every single week. And I'm going to open the Komodo. I'm going to give you access to my full members library as well. I encourage you to do that. Rob Daniel with Listing Machine, you guys. This is huge. $99 a month. You get Rob for 1 hour live every single week. He's going to lead generate with you. He's going to help you convert at the highest level possible. And of course, those of you that are really ready to take this business seriously and you maybe want a little help, no strings, no obligations. Guys, I want you to reach out to us and set an appointment to talk to me about coaching. I'll give you a free coaching session. You'll experience what it's like with no expectation whatsoever. And I mean that sincerely, you guys. I had, probably 7 or 8 different one-on-one free coaching sessions so far this week. There's no pressure. There's no close. It's if you want more, I'm here. Yet you'll have me and my undivided attention for 30 minutes during our free coaching session. I promise you, we're going to solve at least one challenge that you're facing. I'm going to help you with strategy. Now, again, this is important because in absence of strategy, we fall victim to circumstance. I think you would agree. So let me help you get to momentum. And then beyond that, applying leverage. And this is where you can truly build a business in real estate sales, where you can step out of production if you choose to. I can't tell you how many agents that I've coached, thousands, to get them out of production. They no longer go on listing presentations or buyer presentations. They don't show homes anymore or do open houses. Why? Because they've got a team now. They've applied that leverage. They get their life back in the process. And of course, we want to get to that level of mastery. So which phase are you in? And do you maybe want some help? If so, I want you to simply text one word, coaching. Text that one word to this phone number, 720-341-4876. Get on a Zoom meeting with me for 30 minutes. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to just hear about your business and share with you some strategy that several of my other clients have now leveraged and applied and deployed within their current model. With ease. I'll show you how to do it with ease, and you can get that traction too. And again, I don't want to charge you anything for a free coaching session, and there's not going to be any expectation whatsoever. So if you're avoiding sending me a text, let me just tell you, I'm going to be straight with you. You're avoiding your growth. You're letting the pain of, oh, if I engage a coach, well, then I don't have all the answers. I don't look so good. Come on, really? Michael Jordan had a coach. Tiger Woods has a coach. You know, I had the pleasure of golfing with Jack Nicklaus about 6 months ago out in West Palm Beach, Florida. He had coaches, okay? 19 majors, 7 masters. You got to be, and he met with a coach every single day. Come on. Coaching will get you to the next level so much faster, which so much more ease. So I encourage you, drop that text to me. I'll send you back my scheduling link. You can self-identify a time that's convenient for you to get on a Zoom meeting with me. I'm going to take you through a quick business assessment to identify any gaps that might exist within your current strategy. I'm going to give you your business assessment score. And by the way, you can't win the game if you don't know the score. So let me give you your business assessment score and the categories in which you need to apply some additional focus. And I'll give you the strategies and tactics to apply. No strings, no obligations. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Gang, we do this every single week. I want you to keep showing up. Keep showing up with me. In fact, I've got realty.com next week. We're going to show you a very inexpensive way to generate an abundance of leads. And we're going to focus on how to convert those leads. Now, Dave, if you've got access to the PDF, I want you to post to the chat the 7-step formula to the lead conversion conversation. This also includes my closing strategy that I call ABC, stands for Action, Benefit, Commitment, where you as a salesperson outline the action. What do you want them to do? Now, the moment you ask them to take an action, there's a question that appears in their mind, which is, what's in it for me? Why should I do that? So you follow immediately with the benefit. So what's in it for them? We're going to put it on a silver platter and say, here's why you should say yes. Then we segue so smoothly, so easily into an alternative choice commitment request, which is, so tell me, when's the best time for us to get together? Is it mornings or afternoons? Right? So action first, benefit second, commitment third. When you refine and practice your closing strategy, and you've mastered 5, 6, 7, 10 different ABC scripts, which, by the way, it's important that you have more than just one, because let's say you're talking with a first-time home buyer, the benefit is going to be totally different than, say, a seasoned investor, or maybe it's an empty nester who's looking to sell their multi-million-dollar home and they want to downsize, pay cash for something, and get rid of the maintenance. Of course, their benefit's going to be different than that seasoned investor. So mastering just a handful of ABC scripts, guys, you're going to get more of what you want when you want it. Your conversion will go through the roof. I also outline in that 7-step formula the 3 steps to success with your lender. If you can get their permission to have your lender give them a call, you guys, that greases the skids toward earning their business. In fact, I would venture to guess that your ability to earn their business, if you can get their permission to have your lender contact them, it's got to go up by at least 1,000%. So I want to share a simple 3-step formula that's going to make you hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars over the course of your career. When you apply it, it's so simple. See, I never asked a buyer, are you pre-approved? Are you pre-qualified? Do you know why? Because I don't give a shit. I really don't. I don't care. See, the paper that it's printed on is not worth the cost of the paper. So with that said, I learned my lesson too early in this career. Thank God I learned it so early. Right? I got a buyer. They said, yeah, I'm pre-approved. Gave me the lender letter and everything. It all looked above board, man. I was like, hey, let's go. Took them out the first weekend. Difficult buyers. Showed them like 20 homes the first weekend, none of which worked. Took them out the second weekend. Showed them another like 8 or 9 homes, none of which worked. Final weekend, third weekend, showed them 3 homes, any one of which would work. I knew they would. It's just a matter of buying the one that required the least amount of concessions on their part. So we narrow it down to the one they want to buy, right? Negotiate the contract, get it under contract, schedule the inspection, attend the home inspection, just to a few days later, and you see the writing on the wall already, I know. A few days later, the lender calls me and says, Shon, I'm so sorry. They can't qualify. They got this on their credit. It prohibits them from qualifying. They can qualify, just not now. Give them another 12 months and they'll be able to qualify. Great. So I just wasted 3 weekends and countless hours, gas, driving them all around town. Come on. Guys, 3 steps. That's all it is. Let me give it to you real quick since I've kind of primed the pump a little bit. Then I want you to download the form. And Dave, thank you so much for posting that. Grab that form, you guys. Practice it. Get to the point that you can't get it wrong. And I promise you, you're going to make a heck of a lot more money over the course of your career than an agent who doesn't have that, okay? Here's the example. 3 steps to success with your lender. When you get to that point of qualifying, which is step 7, when you get to the financial aspects of qualifying, you're going to start that line of questioning by saying, are you paying cash or do you need financing? Now, they might say, well, I'm already pre-approved through Wells Fargo, Rocket Mortgage, whatever. That's all good and fine. But again, we don't care, right? Because they probably haven't done a thorough pre-approval. They just want to give that person that piece of paper so that they can earn their business. Hope it makes sense. But the goal here is to get somebody that you trust to qualify the lead for you. Okay, not somebody you've never met before, somebody you're never going to close another deal with before, okay? Somebody that you trust. So you say, are you paying cash or do you need financing? Oh, I'm already pre-approved. Or, oh, I wish I could pay cash. I'm going to need a loan, Shon. Step 2, if they need financing, it's always the same. Well, that's great, Mr. Buyer. Would it be okay with you if I help you save money on your mortgage? Would that be all right? Guys, that's always a yes. Then we go back to that ABC strategy I was just talking about. Well, what I'd like to do, Mr. Buyers, I'd like to get your permission to have my lender give you a call. Now, this lender, then we segue into the benefit, right? This lender consistently beats other lenders in our market area, both in closing costs and interest rates. And let's face it, even a 1/8% difference in interest rate on a 30-year mortgage, it could cost you tens of thousands of dollars. So tell me, when is the best time for my lender to give you a call? Is it weekdays, weekends, or in the next 15 minutes? Is it the next 15 minutes to be fantastic? Great. I'm going to send a group text, introduce you to my lender. You guys can figure out the most convenient way for you to connect. They're going to fill out the 1003, pull your credit report, and issue a pre-approval letter and show you how to save some money. Now, whether your lender can beat the price or not, whether Whether your lender earns their business or not is completely immaterial. So what I'm not doing is telling you to steer your clients to your lender. What I am doing is telling you that you definitely want somebody that you know, like, and trust to give you the thumbs up, saying that your time invested with that buyer is going to be well spent. It's going to end up in a commission check. Download the 7-step formula, guys. Practice it. See, amateurs practice till they get it right. Professionals like you practice till you can't get it wrong. Guys, if you haven't already, drop me a text. Get out of your own way and let your business be big. I'm here to help you make that happen. It's my purpose. It's my why. I want to see you crush it. When you're winning, I'm winning. Guys, we do it every week. So I want you to be here next week. And final mention, Sales Surge Live, state of Texas, San Antonio, Houston, Austin, Dallas, end of August, the 3rd and 4th week of August, guys. We're hitting 2 cities in the 3rd week, 2 cities in the 4th week. If you happen to be close to any one of those venues, do whatever it takes to get there. I promise you, you're gonna leave that conference a better realtor than you walked in that day. You're gonna make many connections. You might have tried different training programs around AI and you're still kind of confused how to apply it to your business. Show up to this conference. You're gonna walk out that door basically an AI expert, quite honestly. You're gonna understand how to do it, what to do, and it's not going to take much of your time to implement that. See, many of you are investing 2, 3, 4 hours a day on social media, content creation. You're shooting videos. You're getting all clever with your posts, yet you're taking too much of your time. Remember, your time is best spent in practice, lead gen, lead follow-up, go on appointments, negotiate contracts, right? So with our platform, guys, you could have a post a day on all 4 major channels. Schedule that for the next 30 days. That would be 120 posts, all built, all customized, your branding, your color scheme, your picture, your website, your video. You can have it all built in 10 minutes. And then all you have to do is just watch your notifications, babysit the DMs that you get, the comments that you get, reply to the comments, and deepen relationships in this process. You're going to up the credibility because of the frequency of your posts where it's happening daily with valuable information for your buyers and sellers and investors. So again, we do it every week. Go to iconcoaching.com, register for next week's webinar. Do it right now. Text me, do it right now. We'll talk about Rob's program. We'll talk about accelerated breakthrough. We'll talk about potentially one-on-one coaching where I can help you with your knowledge and your skills. I'll give you 10 years worth of knowledge inside of 6 months. So join me. Let me lock arms with you and help you crush it with your career. Talk to you all soon. See you next week. Until then, just be on purpose, be productive, be powerful. See y'all soon. Bye-bye.